And welcome to an edition of the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. I love the new intro. It's upbeat. It's only 15 seconds. Our last intro was like, it felt like it was 4 minutes for that countdown last time but this is much better. And we got a fantastic group. How you doing today, Chappy?
I'm good, man. Just looking back from yesterday. Of course, I'm looking forward to today, but yesterday was an epic showdown. It was so much fun. Those guys were true pros. I mean, you get Steve Cawthon and Eddie Olczyk on the same show. It was amazing. So nothing
good.
against you two. I love you guys, but no, it was wonderful. But I'm looking forward to today. We got two very, very good ones today.
They're gonna have to be stellar because yesterday Steve Cawthon turned his $300 into $4,090. The most we've ever had here. I mean, he crushed it. He hit his win bet. He hit his exact. He hit the double. I mean, he was hitting everything. It was he was on fire, and the stories were great today on a lot of the radio shows. They were talking about Steve Cawthon, and he's just a name that is synonymous with horse racing. Has to be the most popular jockey ever. I mean, he may not be the best jockey ever, but the most popular. I mean, he was on Sports Illustrated, Time when he was in his heyday. Nationwide, he was more popular to people who didn't even know about horse racing than any other jockey I could imagine. He's such a nice guy too, right, Chappy?
Yeah, he was cool. You know, he was quiet, but then once you got him rolling with some stories, he had some good ones. It was just good to listen to. We could have gone for 2 hours.
And Don Chatlos, I can listen to his stories for 46 hours because he is never short of any stories. He's got opinions. He's wonderful. You got to follow this guy on Twitter. He's the best. One of the great trainers with Singletary. Just one of the iconic moments in horse racing as well when Singletary won that Breeders' Cup. And it's great to have you on the show, Don.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Yeah, and my man Jason come back. You know what? Actually, back to Don real quick. You know, I love Don, but I got a bone to pick. The guy's he's a Chicago guy, and he's got a Dodger hat on. So I'm glad he's on your team today, George. You know, he's switching. I don't like it. Anyways, my man Jason Avila, tournament extraordinaire, big handicapper, good guy. Jason, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, guys. Glad to be here. Glad I'm back for another try at this. I'm glad I didn't wear my Dodger hat. I was really close to wearing my black Dodger hat today.
That would have been great.
We might have been, we would have been on the same team in that sense. But no, I'm always excited to handicap and talk horses with you guys, and I enjoy doing this with you. It's a fun 30 minutes. So looking forward to it. I did see on I saw on George's Twitter yesterday he mentioned Steve Cawthon's score, and I did a double take. I'm like, knowing that the bets are, $50 or $100 win, double exactas. I didn't go back and see what he hit. What race did he hit, or which was?
First of all, and then we'll go to award winner. Eddie O had the race before that, 100 to win on the Steve Knapp at 5-1 to start it off, and then George, you could tell what Cawthon did after that.
When he got that 670, I was like, Steve's in trouble because I was like, he's never going to catch 670. And then he hit award winner who really benefited from Mike Smith's ride on that the other horse who went wide every turn. He just kept going wide. He really handed it to award winner. So he hit the win, $100 to win, $50 exacta and a $50 double to Notre Dame in the next race, who was up against a 3 to 5 shot that jumped in the air for Pratt and still just missed it. But he got all the money. So the Daily Double paid $117 of a massive double. So it was good. He did really, really good. I gotta hand it to him.
That's our awesome. That's our highest total since we started this whole thing, right?
Yeah, we had one that had over 3,000, but this was over 4,000. That was pretty strong.
Yep,
impressive.
So, shout out to our viewers there. Some guy named Andrew out there. Cubs are a bunch of bums. Turn that guy out.
What did you guys think of the Florida Derby? I was underwhelmed by the performances of everybody in that race. Really, I mean, I don't know. What did you guys think of the Florida Derby yesterday?
Don, we were talking about this before the show. So
yeah, well, Bruno DeJulio, after Greatest Honors last race, we kind of did a post. He did a post race, and we were looking at the time, and that race really fell apart. It was an optical illusion that horse was closing the way he was closing. When you look at the time, you could tell those ones that were in front just fell apart. And so I was on the Pletcher yesterday, hoping that was the case. And it was. When they turned for home, Greatest Honor had every chance. He couldn't even get by that Soup and Sandwich, who had made the pace and was dying on the wrong lead and everything. And,
Yeah.
now Pletcher put the blinkers on that horse, and he's 2 for 2 cents. And, I'm like you. I didn't see nothing blew me away. But really, other than the Baffert, who is now injured and out for a while, Life is Good. Who has blown you away? Essential Quality's been good. He's been consistent. We'll see in the Arkansas Derby, or I don't know. Does he run him in the Bluegrass or one of them? I guess we'll see. But I'm not blown away by anybody right now.
Yeah. Concert Tour was pretty impressive. And
he was. Yeah, you're right. He was.
And the O'Neill coming back, I thought, who needed the first race last week. I'm
Hot Rod Charlie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm rooting wise, I'm all over Hot Rod Charlie. Larry Best just bought Indian Miss, the dam of Hot Rod Charlie.
Wow.
Who just had an Into Mischief baby. So, as a matter of fact, he crushed him, Oxo, because he wins the Fairgrounds Oaks with Travel Column. And then in the next race, Hot Rod Charlie makes Indian Miss 1.9 million worth of money. So it was a good day for him.
If you had time to look, Jason, I know you've been super busy.
I did find some time. I did watch the Florida Derby. I'm kind of in the same boat with Don. I thought Soup and Sandwich showed some big improvement, which at this point you want to see, but not that I didn't think it was, I didn't love the way the horse looked late, but the horse ran big. I think that horse has some improvement there. Known Agenda. I like the way the horse finished. I'm a nostalgic kind of person, and I thought it was cool to see Bairama's son of Curlin. Bairama was a Simon Callahan horse who I watched a lot run for Eclipse and Simon, and so that's cool to see horses that I saw a lot, running out here and going on to the Derby trail. But I was underwhelmed. I don't jump into the Derby hype real early just because of exactly what happens. Horses get hurt, it changes weekly, monthly. So I kind of wait until we get 2 weeks to the Derby, and then I'll really start to dig in. But so far, the one that's caught my eye is Concert Tour. I really thought that was just visually impressive. But yeah, I won't really make up any solid opinion until it gets really close to the Derby. And then I do like that, not that Life is Good is hurting out of the race, but from a gambling perspective, I like that you can go a lot of different ways right now, and you can make a lot of different cases. So gambling wise, that's what you want. Yeah. So yeah,
definitely. Life is Good. It's luckily he's going to be fine. He'll be back in 60 days. But our Santa Anita Derby, we're going to have like a 4-horse field or something like that. And his leaving that, we're going to have. They're telling me a lot of runners are entering in the Santa Anita Derby. So it's going to be a fantastic Santa Anita Derby from a betting point of view, as you said, Jason. And just that whole weekend is the first weekend we get crowds back, Chappy, in a year.
Unbelievable.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be nice, man. I'm so ready. I'm sure all you guys are. It's just, just the energy is so much different. And, it's been a while, but thank God the timing's right. It's going to be for the Santa Anita Derby. So next Saturday should be incredible.
Yeah, I never thought I'd miss guys, going, come on, you piece of crap. I miss it, man. I miss it.
But I'll tell you, I've went to Saratoga the last 2 summers, and you never felt it more than you felt it there.
Oh, really?
When you run a horse at Saratoga, you literally walk your horse through the picnic area into the paddock.
Wow.
And not one picnic table. It was completely empty. I got chills. The first time I ran a horse, I got chills walking through there. I was like, wow. It felt like, whatchamacallit, end of days, there was nothing. And it's not used to seeing that there.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, real quick but back to the Derby thing. Kind of interesting. Concert Tour, if Life is Good would have been in, I'm sure Baffert would have came up with something, but both same running styles. That would have been very interesting, Now, Medina's Spirit will probably be in, and Concert Tour goes to the front. I mean, I'm sure he would have sat somebody off. He's not going to send both, but interesting how it works out.
Rumor is on Santa Anita Derby Day that Baffert's going to unleash a first-time starter that's really good as well. I wouldn't be surprised if one day Bob Baffert puts a first-time starter in the Kentucky Derby and wins it.
That horse,
he's crazy.
That horse is Bobby Bow.
Oh, you know the name of the horse?
That's the horse that Oxo bought for $1.1 million.
Oh.
And they didn't disclose that the horse was a cribber. So Larry Best was pissed that $1.1 million and you're not giving me all the info. Turn the horse back. The horse is owned by Little Red Feather. They pinhooked it.
Wow.
I think they bought it for $75,000 and sold it for $1.1 million.
Dang.
Wow. And then it got turned back. So now they're racing it with Baffert. That horse has worked 111 out of the gate. He worked 58 last week. He's by Speightster. The horse can run. Well, let's see how long he lasts.
Now, quick question. Since it's named Bobby Bow, if he wins the Derby, are they going to pay him out over the next 45 years? Or
you have to keep paying him.
Bobby Bonilla is the only guy who's still getting paid for the next 20 years, and he's been retired for 20 years. Greatest contract ever.
It's a fat check too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Let's get some fat checks for our fans, okay? Let's put some money in our fans' pockets so they can come next week with a bankroll. And we're gonna start it with you, John. You got $100 to win. Where are you going and why?
I'm going late, 7th race. I'm gonna go with the 7 Velvet Mandela. American Pharaoh, 2 sprints on the grass, now stretching out. When you look at on the buyers, it has a slight edge. When you look at sheets, it towers over these horses. And so I'm going there. And, Pratt, 3rd time's the charm, I think.
All right. Flavian Pratt, who has been on fire, although he's tapered off a little bit of late. He's been losing with some 3 to 5 shots. But you got Mandela, you got Pratt, you got great thoroughgraph numbers on Velvet, great numbers. Number 7 in race 7, lucky 7s for us. Chappy?
Was that little dig the 3 to 5 shot just because
because I've been losing on that. Jesus. Yesterday in the early pick 5, I had single Pratt in the 4th, everybody in the 5th. He loses on a 3 to 5 shot. The late pick 5, the same thing. I got Pratt singled on a horse that can't lose, and found the way to lose. And I had everybody in the last race, and Unusual got beat, so it would have paid something. And his horse jumps in the air and this and that. As he passes his stands, he gives me the finger, and he just misses. That was terrible. Anyway, I'm sorry.
And he's won his other 27 races.
27 other races, yeah.
All right. You know what's funny? I think Pratt had a lot of weight on him yesterday because George is saying this, and I actually had a buddy telling me he's watching the races, and he's like, Pratt hasn't won a race today. Pratt hasn't won. He's got to win. And I had no idea George was on him, needed him, but yeah, it sounds like he was under a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
I needed him about a week and a half ago at 3 to 5 for like 7,000, and he ran second. Ooh. And he won 15 of 18 races. But of course, my one time he doesn't win. So, anyways, all right, Jason, where we go with 100 to win and why?
So I'm going to go to the 4th race. My theme of the day is kind of making the best out of bad situations, and the situations are the races. There was some decent races, but I didn't really have a strong opinion. This race in the 4th, I'm going with Coastal King, 100 to win. I think this horse has enough speed, is improving, can be involved, and I think is good enough to finish off this group. I just kind of thought it was I don't want to say a slam dunk, but one of the ones that stood out against a bad field. So I'm going to go with Coastal King.
All right. So Coastal King had a wide trip first time out and then was off slowly last time, 5-2 morning line. We'll take it. Georgie, back to you with the Exacta, buddy.
Yeah, I saw that replay on Coastal King. He blew the start. It was worse than, I know in the racing form, they can't say much, but so they go off slow, but he was off really slow. It was really not a good start. So I like his chances. Jim Kim says, nice cap there, Chatlos.
Hey George, where do the viewers see this link? The link to the show.
SantaAnita.com/live.
Okay.
And or go to YouTube and look under Santa Anita, the Charity First Handicapping Challenge live stream.
Gotcha.
And on Twitter as well. And on NBC and CBS. No, can't. Howard Cosell. That was
We're on
great.
ESPN 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
ESPN 9. And Jim Kim also likes your bet there, Jason. He likes your bet. Thanks for watching. Don, you got an Exacta. Where are we going?
Okay, I'm staying in the 7th race with Velvet on top. And I'm going to put this 8th, the Ian Crueljack Whistler style underneath in the 10 also. Damn the Torpedoes. I said 9 when I did these, but it's actually the 10 horse. This Whistler style has been weird. It runs 5.5 the first time out on dirt from behind. Then he in the second race, he stretches him out, gets Rosario to ride him. Just had a problem at the start and, never was in it early. And then they go to the grass, mile and an eighth, and the horse ends up on the lead and just got tired, beaten 4 lengths. I hope they could get it to settle today and finish. Damn the Torpedoes, same thing, hesitated off slow out of the same race as Velvet last time, ran on a little bit. Hernandez sticks with the D'Amato, which I could see, but I'm going to put those two 8 and 10 underneath.
All right, a couple of nice prices. Both of those horses at 12-1. Those fillies and Damn the Torpedoes, another one that didn't really break well when she ran against Velvet, and I think with a cleaner break and a nice a nice run. Simon Callahan, he's like 30% second time out, so he really gets him to run much better second time out. I think we're going to get a really good price on those Exactas. Chappy?
All right, Jason, where are we going with our Exacta and why, buddy?
All right, I'm going to go to race 2. I'm going to take a Exacta Bristol Bayou over the 1.
One is scratched.
Okay, I'm going Bristol Bayou over the 5 La Vie and over the 4 Cosmic Cowgirl. Man, Don's making me feel like a bit of a wuss here. I'm taking these 6-horse fields and trying to.
Hey, you know what? You got to get on the board, though. That's
right.
Slam dunk.
It takes half the time.
So yeah, I'm going with Bristol Bayou. I think this horse is sound. I think again catches the right group. The horse was progressing on dirt. I don't even know if you can see all the races on the form, but ran okay on the turf against some maiden special weight field. So I'm going to take a chance. This horse is on the outside. I think the speed will set this one up for a good trip, and I'm going to take a chance with Bristol Bayou over the 4-horse and the 5-horse.
All right, we like it. Doesn't matter, Jason, chalk or not. Let's just get on the
win.
board. Yeah,
right.
just win, baby.
We had Billy Koch on the show with a guy named Omega, and Billy Koch put all his eggs in one basket on his horse, and his horse was just one of the worst rides we've ever seen, right? And lost. And then Omega, he had the Exacta Daily Double in 3 different races to win. The winner was 2-5. I mean, the horse that he picked was 2-5. The Daily Double was like 3-5, and the Exacta was 1-9, and he missed them all.
Yeah.
And Billy Koch won. So man, just getting on the board's important, man.
It is.
Right.
I thought he was a slam dunk. After Billy missed this, I was like, well, Omega's going to win. He's got this 2 to 5 shot, can't lose with Pratt. This was 2 to, and he lost them all. So,
tough game.
Tough game. It's a tough game.
Yep.
All right, this is it. Daily double time. DC, where you going with?
Again, all eggs in one basket. Start
There you
with
go.
Velvet, and I'm going to go to the 4 in the next race, Growth Engine. We've seen Sadler do this before. He got gift box off of Chad Brown, and turned him into a grade 1 winner. Here's one, he bought out of the sale in November. He's got good works. There looks like now on paper, it looks like there could be pace. Major cabbie, fashionably fast is going to be pushing. And I would have to think Baffert's going to, send this Axeman, make some pace for mastering. And I'm hoping Growth Engine's going to be the one that's sitting in front of mastering and gets first run. And we'll see what happens.
All right, 7-4, $100 straight daily double. Before we get to you, Chappy, and before we leave this bet, I do want to mention how I thought how spectacular Fashionably Fast ran to win last time. I thought he was hopelessly beat, and he was like the Grinch who stole Christmas. His heart grew 3 times bigger, and he willed himself to the victory. I've never seen anything like it. It was just amazing to see Fashionably Fast win that race last time.
Yeah, not sure if he's maybe better around one turn, but boy, you put him in a dogfight, and he's going to battle you, isn't he, Don?
He will. And that Brando the bartender came right back and won last weekend, right, for Craig?
So it
was a good race.
Yeah. Yep.
It was that horse always impresses me. And again, I think Growth Engine is probably better, but man, he just Dino, like you said, is doing a great job with him, and he's just a pleasure to watch. He said, "How do you not love that's an easy horse to fall in love with?"
Yeah,
Chappy.
And George, in honor of Don's picks, you know how good I am when I do my Scarface impressions. Have you ever? My one from Coming to America is, "That's beautiful. What is that, velvet?"
Mm-hmm. There you go.
His horse is Velvet. You remember the guy from the barbershop?
Barbershop?
That was very funny to me. I know everybody else hated it. All right, Jason, what's your double?
Chappy, I'm glad you make yourself laugh. I do the same thing. So I feel you. My double, I'm going back to race 4. I'm gonna try to line up Coastal King, the 4 horse, with the 4 and the 5 in the 5th race. Holy Emperor, the 4, and the 5 Commanding Chief. I thought the 4 horse had a rough trip last time. I think this race will probably come down to a trip again. But I think there was potential to run a little bit better there. I think the 5 Commanding Chief was also in a lot of trouble. It's a tough race. I narrowed it down to about 5 horses in there, but I went with the 4 and the 5. They were the ones that I thought could get there with a little bit better trip and some luck, and they seem to fit with the other contenders on turf figures that I use. So we're going to go 4 with 4-5.
I like it. So both these guys have a lot of eggs in one basket, which means they have strong opinions. You stick to it. You fire away with them, George.
That sounds good. Oh, we got a fan that says, please, Chappy, more imitate. Oh, no, please, no more. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he said more. He said, no more. Please.
I thought that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll stop.
All right, we got to do race number 9 is going to be our tiebreaker. And in that race, Bird is scratched. So Bird is not the word. Ready?
1,
3.
You got it.
I got it. Don, you go first.
All right, I'm torn. To me, it's a 2-horse race. I'm torn. I'm gonna take the 10 on the outside, 3 Arch by Mafia, Bay Mafia, whatever the Serin, the 10 horse.
Jason, who's your tiebreaker?
Oh, he's gonna make my pick easy because I feel it's a 2-horse race also. So I'm gonna go with the 3.
That's it.
I don't have the name in front of me.
Next for Bolt.
Yeah.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Next
got the
revolt,
two
yeah.
Georgie. I don't think we're going to need him today, but just in case, you never know.
But from a betting standpoint, and I know fans like to get our picks. I mean, those are the ones. One of those two is going to win. I mean,
you would think. Well, Chappy and I were talking before we went on. If one of those two don't win, it's going to be a 20-1 shot.
Yeah, everybody will be exactly. Next revolt. I love it when and you can talk to this, Don. I love when a horse gets claimed because everybody tells me, when a horse gets claimed and they get in that new barn, they get a little bit of extra special treatment. Is that the norm?
Yeah, well, everybody's program's different. And when you plug a horse into your program, you hope that that horse responds to that. Now, the really good trainers, they'll change it up when they see a horse not responding. Like years ago, I worked almost 5 years for John Sadler. And when he would have a horse that he just thought should be doing good and isn't, he would move it to the other side of the barn to a different groom, put a different rider, because you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and think you're going to get a change. And a lot of times that's what happens with claims. Look at my last year with Hollendorfer when we claimed Vasilika. We didn't do anything. It just plugged, Hollendorfer with fillies, Songbird, Unique Bella, you can go down the line one after another. They just respond to his training. And that's what happens out of a lot of claims. I know right away, especially in this age with social media and everything, everybody's cheating. You move one up, and the trainer that gets the horse is actually laughing because he's like, I actually didn't do anything different. I just did what I normally do. So yeah, you do see that though.
All right, thank you guys so much. Next week we're gonna have fans here. How can you get your tickets? Make sure you go to santanita.com /open and sign up for our sheet that'll give you information as to how much it's going to cost, how you can get your tickets, and so forth. As what we know for sure is going to be a limited amount of people. You must buy your ticket prior to getting. There's not going to be any walk-ups.
Correct.
Your entry is going to include a place to sit, a program entry, and not leaving anything out.
Parking too.
And parking, right. So make sure you keep updated. Go to santanita.com /open, and probably just on the site in general we'll have information as well. But can't wait to have you fans. I'm going to be walking around like a mayor of the mayor of Santa Anita. I'm going to be shaking everybody's hand, welcoming everybody back. Please come up and say hi to me because I miss you guys and can't wait to see you back, and a lot of you guys in the same familiar places. Chappy?
George, you just need to bring a little bit more energy. I mean, that's your problem.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
No,
I'll wait
to
for
go,
you guys from Keeneland.
All right.
Not a bad spot to be either.
Yeah. Enjoy that meet. Seriously, Don. We
Thank
appreciate you guys. It was a good time today.
Thanks.
All right,
Jason,
thank
good
you
luck,
guys.
buddy.
Good time, boys.